So since we're pretty much we're a month into baseball, like we said at the start of this, we decided we're going to do our top 10 power ranking in baseball currently 1 month into the season. We've had some hot teams, but then got cold teams. You're not too worried as a team unless you're the Reds, who are just terrible at baseball.
God, man, how that's got to be
Other
tough.
than that, you're still trying to figure out baseball. Like the Orioles are starting to call up some of their prospects finally. So, teams are slowly figuring it out. We're only in May now, and it's not like it's been a full month yet.
Mm-hmm.
You start more worrying about end of May, June. That's when you start figuring out, you start the separations, even though there's some quite separations in some of these division races.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and we're going to start with our top 10. At number 10, I'll start. My number 10 team is the St. Louis Cardinals.
I'm right there with you. I got the Cardinals there.
I feel like at 13-9, when I wrote my notes and stuff this morning, they're right there. They've had some highs, some lows. You're a good team, and when the Mets went in there and they fought, and it's like you can judge yourself. They're still second in their division, behind the Brewers, which we fought. Them two are going to be close.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're not much separating them. But when you're a top 10 team, you're in the playoff position. It's a good year so far.
But what is surprising me in that division is the Pirates.
Yeah.
They're sitting in third, tied with the Cubbies.
Cubs, we knew they had to figure a lot out.
Yeah, we knew that.
But
yeah, so I got the Cardinals there too, man. I like to see more Pujols in there, but they're doing their thing.
Yeah, they are.
They're looking good.
The Gold Gloves are there. Like they're like when they finally got their awards, the day they got them. Like there's so many out there with their Gold Gloves, and of course, Arenado is having a great start to his season so far.
Yeah, if they start clicking, I feel like this team will be solid.
And they get Jack Flaherty back hopefully soon. The pitching slowly come around. They're getting guys that's stepping up for them.
I mean, they're right there close to the Brewers, like you said. They're only 1.5 games back.
Yeah.
And they got winning records both home and away. So they're right on track, man.
Yeah. All right. So number 9, I have the Minnesota Twins.
All right.
So I got them. They're at 14-9. That division we know. Besides the White Sox, it's kind of like who you're going to figure out. Byron Buxton can arguably say that he's one of the best players in baseball, what he's been doing again this year. He started out hot last year before he got a little injured. But when you're the number 1, number 2 pick with Carrera and Buxton now on the same team, it kind of makes it special. The little moves they've made, they're not like blowing people away, but they are winning some good games.
Oh, yeah, dude, for sure. I mean, the Twins, like I said, I haven't really thought about the Twins in a while. So the fact that they're actually having success right now, makes me think they're right on track to do what they should do.
Yeah, like if they keep this up, maybe Carrera does opt out but re-signs long-term because he believes in the team. Buxton, you stay long-term. You add a couple other pieces. You can be right there as a AL deep, good contender.
Yeah, I got the Twins at my 8 spot, so we're close.
We're close, okay.
And the reason I got them at the 8 is because they are leading their division by quite a bit.
Yeah.
So
because White Sox, I don't know what happened to them. Like I know they got a couple players injured,
right,
and stuff, but it's like, man, I did not see them to start out the gate like this. But unfortunately, injuries happen.
But like I said, the Twins, they're 3.5 games up in their division, so they're doing pretty solid.
Yeah.
My number 9 is actually the Padres.
Okay, we're not far off. I have the San Diego Padres at number 8.
Oh, okay, so
we're swapped.
Flip-flop. Yeah, so right there.
At 15-8, and the question marks of not having Tatis for a good chunk of the season.
Yeah.
The question marks of what pitching are we going to get? They're kind of stepping up in that tough division.
It is a tough division.
With Giants still doing their thing and Dodgers. It's like
they're all close.
So if they keep this up and be within striking distance and they get Tatis back, man, they are ready for that deep run again. Like that division becomes even more harder if they're staying close without one of their best players.
Absolutely, bro.
All right, so we flip-flop. So we're at number 7. I have the Brewers.
I got the Giants.
Okay, so we're close.
Do you have the Giants right above them?
Yep.
And I got the Brewers. So we're
swapping again.
And we're close. And the reason I got the Giants there is because, they are third in their division. Their division is very tough.
Yeah.
But, who knows what's going to happen? Because like I said, the Dodgers and the Padres, that's a tough division. But the fact that they're holding their own, they're pretty solid. And we expect them to be pretty good.
And like you said, Brewers right now are 15-8. Giants are 14-8.
Right.
So it's
right.
We're like I said, we're still far in the season, but these two teams, Giants with question marks after losing Gausman. Rendon has kept his old self from last season.
Yeah.
At killing it so far this year. Brewers, we knew they had pitching. Will the hits come together so far this year? They have been.
Right. And like I said, the Brewers, the reason I got them a little higher is because they are in what I think is an easier division.
Yes.
And they are kind of pulling away as much as they can be. I mean, Cardinals are still right there.
Yeah.
And they're good. But it's harder for the Giants to pull away in this
Yeah, because we knew Brewers and Cardinals, you can easily flip a coin who's going to win the division. Giants, like, can you prove that last year wasn't a fluke? So far, so good. They're right there with the Dodgers, not far off.
Mm-hmm.
But, can he keep this up? I showed you from start of last season to now, Dodgers and Giants are only a game apart from wins. It's insane, like, because they're still within, I think, a game of each other right now. So, and they're playing each other, I think. So, man, it's interesting. Like we said, we're not far apart. We're flip-flopping again. So I have Brewers at 7, Giants at 6. You have Giants at 7, Brewers at 6. So then we go to our top 5. And at number 5,
guess what?
I have the L.A. Angels.
That's right. And I'm just saying, because earlier in the season, we were like, oh, I don't know.
Well, because there's so many question marks. Mike Trout coming off with pretty much 2 seasons of unhealthiness.
I agree.
Ohtani, was last year a fluke, or can he keep it up?
And
Rendon,
they have
Noah.
They got somebody else on their team who's got a really good stat line right now. I can't think of who it is, but he's been getting praises recently. I'd have to think about it.
You're talking about their first baseman you like.
Is it Jared Walsh?
Yes.
Are you sure it's him?
He's doing very good so far this year.
Well, look, I'm just saying preseason. I was like, I got the Angels up here, and you're like, I don't know about that
because you don't know what's
early. It is early. It is early, but they are exciting to watch.
It is.
Tell me they're not.
Especially, we have Trout back of what he's been doing.
We have the Trout back, yes. Yeah. Who's like, Ohtani, I saw what you did, and I'm going to do better.
I'm ready. And then, Noah so far is doing okay, and then other guys around him. And then Ohtani, that pitching is a little worrying right now.
But he did throw, 5 or 6 shutout innings that one time.
And then my thing is, it's sad when we're almost a month into the season, and they have their first starter go to 7 innings. That's an issue for me. But if you're winning your division without your starter going for the first time 7 innings, I mean, your bullpen's getting a lot of work done and hold their own.
Yeah.
So that's good to know, because you're going to need that bullpen when it comes to playoffs in September.
Look, and the fact that your team is having this kind of success when you kind of, like you said, you're a little struggling on the mound and things like that, once they figure it out and click, that could just switch to flip and they just be straight win mode. I don't know.
And then you can also, if you think of your Angels, in a month, you're calling some of those teams that are not doing too well that might have a pitcher ready to let go to add to the rotation.
You know what you need. Exactly. And we know you need a pitcher. Yes, you got Syndergaard.
You need an inning eater.
Ohtani, but
so far, you need an inning eater that can get you to 7 to give your bullpen a rest.
It's all you need right now. I feel like the offense is clicking. I like what they're doing. They're feeding off each other like I thought they would. But you're right. Just need somebody to fill in for some innings. I agree.
But like I said, we're a month in. Who would have thought that we had the Angels at the top 5?
Your boy.
But, think about
Maybe not top 5.
Yeah.
I probably would have had him top 10, though.
Yeah, we thought hopefully this year that Mike Trout finally gets to the playoffs. And now we're talking about as the Angels as a top 5 team in baseball right now.
Exactly.
That's kind of weird. We've been waiting for this moment for Trout and them.
Like I said, it's exciting.
It is.
And they got the players. They got the players on paper. Like I said, I like their first baseman, Jared Walsh, a lot. I like Ohtani. If Rendon can stay healthy and do what he does, Trout does what he does, we're talking good stuff.
Yeah.
Noah Syndergaard on the mound, just eat some innings. It can come together, man.
It can.
It really can.
All right, so that is our number 5. So at number 4, I have the other LA team, the LA Dodgers.
As do I.
They're having a good season. That all-star team.
Yeah.
They're 14-7. They're leading their division, but there's a couple other teams that are a little bit better right now.
Right, but what I do like is Clayton Kershaw's doing his thing.
Yes.
The team looks like they should. They're where they're supposed to be, and I guess they're top of the top 10, but we always expect them to be number 1.
Yeah.
But they're still there, dude. They're right there.
Yeah, they are. It's it easily where these 3 teams we have in front of them can have a bad series and Dodgers have a good series and easily jump back up to 1. They've been 1 preseason for most of the couple weeks. They slipped a little bit because some of the other teams are having a little better week, but Dodgers are still top 5. I don't feel like they're going to drop out of the top 5 unless they have a terrible 2 series.
Yeah.
So unless they have some dramatic injuries or whatnot, but this is going to be a top 5 team. I feel like the whole year. Right now, they're number 4 for us. You can't really say much of that. You're still doing good after a month in. All right, so this is where we might be close with this top 3 too.
Okay.
We'll see if we have the top 5 correct. At number 3, I have the Toronto Blue Jays.
As do I.
So yeah, at 15-9, the other team that has not lost a series,
Yep, Blue Jays.
Blue Jays.
And that's great, especially in the division they're in.
Yes.
We always talk about how tough the AL East is, and it really is.
so far this year, yeah.
And I just remember like going back to when we were a kid, like in the late '90s. It's just like, well, it's the Yankees or nobody, right?
Yeah.
Now the Blue Jays are like, hey, we're here
And then
and we're making
Red
noise.
Sox made their noise for a while.
Right,
And Rays
right,
last couple
right.
years. And Blue Jays, you know, you got to be excited since the early 90s when you won back-to-back World Series. Like, that young core, and of course, they're starting to have negotiations with some of those players because, like we said, once they start getting signing, they're going to be a very expensive team.
Oh yeah.
And you're going to have to pay, and you might have to lose some. And your window is shrinking, and they are going for it. And so far at 15-9, you cannot argue a great start to the season if you're a Blue Jays fan.
Right.
Unfortunately, not winning the division right now, but you're within striking distance, and you've already played your division leader once, and you won the series.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to win those other games. But you're winning series. It's all you need to do to stay competitive. It's unfortunate, you know, your division leading team has swept a couple teams to be in front of you. So at number 2, I have our New York Mets.
I got the Yankees.
Okay. I have the Mets, 16-8. Only reason I slept because of the Yankees win streak right now.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
And look, they might have a win streak, but you know the Mets are out there just grinding out these games. And maybe it's because I haven't watched that many Yankees games
Yeah.
right now. But when I watch the Mets games, these guys are like, we're playing to the last out.
Yeah.
We're not just giving up in the 8th and 9th. We're going to try to win this game.
Yeah.
So I like the heart. I like the team. I like Buck Showalter. I like the owner. I like everybody on this team.
No matter what, if we have Yankees at 1, Mets at 2, Yankees at 2, Mets at 1,
It's just
you're talking about both New York teams as the top 2 teams in baseball. Both have the best records in each of their league. And you already start hearing the swirling of, are we getting a
Oh my
Subway
God!
series this year?
Don't bring that up yet.
Some
It's
people
too
are
early.
already questioning, like,
It's too early
I'm
for
like-
Subway.
I'm like, because, you know, we just talked about how, like, this is the first time ever that both LA and both New York teams are leading their divisions in baseball.
Look, if it gets back to a Subway series, I expect it to be a mirror image of what it was last time. 4-1 Mets. That's all I'm saying. But who called the Yankees this season? That's right. But it's still early.
It's very early.
And we still got the Blue Jays. We still both agreed on Blue Jays, and they're
Yeah.
still doing their thing. So it
Yeah.
is absolutely early. And how many of these streaks can they go on?
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of pitching are we looking at? You know, it's just
so far pitching has stepped up. It can easily, you know, get in a funk, you know, a little tweak of a shoulder, like, can ruin a week or two for you. But, you know, Mets at 16-8. Well, actually, no, 17-8 now because they won the earlier game. And Yankees at 17-6.
right.
We've played 2 more games. Unfortunately, we lost those 2. It's, you know, it's the weird part of the schedule.
Yeah.
They'll catch up.
And you know, I'm a little biased toward the Mets, so
Yeah.
obviously I got them on top of the list if they can be near it.
But it's just interesting. Like we said, like, both New York teams are in our top 5. Both LA teams are in our top 5.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah,
Only
think
team
about
that's
that.
separating them is Toronto Blue Jays.
And that's because they're nasty.
Yeah.
So, yeah.